Man, the life of an average man, bro. I wanted to make this video because, man, I'm an average man right now, bro. I'm average. Just being real, fam. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the honest truth, man. Don't lie to yourself, man. I'm an average man right now, bro. I don't make 70 grand a year. I don't make that type of income right now. You know? I'm living paycheck to paycheck like everybody else is right now, bro. Am I proud of that? No. Because that's the lifestyle that I come from, bro. I come from that lifestyle, bro. You think I want to live like this forever? I don't want to live like this forever. I always have this ambition. I always have this desire to make more money, man. Because with more money, what does that bring? More happiness, man. And people say that money doesn't buy happiness. If I had more money right now in my bank account, if I was making more income a year, I would be a lot more happier than what I am today, bro. Just being real, fam. Because I can't do the things that I desire to do, bro. I have car problems constantly. What is that? That requires income to fix, bro. You need money to fix your car. You need money to take care of your rent. You need money to take care of your mortgage payment. You need money to pay your bills. You need money to pay your car insurance or your car payment. You need money to pay health insurance or whatever the case may be that you got to pay for. You need money for that, man. And the more money you have, the more expenses you can have. That is true. But if you understand how to budget your money correctly, you understand how to be you understand how to minimize everything. Minimize all your payments and all that, fam. Where you just not buying stuff just, off of impulse. You'll be a lot more happier than the average guy. The average guy might have children that he really can't afford. Because he might have 2 to 3 kids that he really can't afford. Can't really afford it. So what does that require? Now you have to work constantly 70 plus hours a week. Because you don't make enough income off your base salary. You don't make enough income if you're just working 40 hours a week. So now you got to work 70 to 80. And you getting older. So that's wearing your body down more, fam. It's wearing your body out, bro. Because you can't move like you used to back when you was 20, back when you was 18, back when you was 17 or 19 or 20. You might be in your 30s or 40s, man. It's hard for you to work 70 plus hours a week, man. Then you also think about you want to spend time with your children. You can't do that if you got to work 70 to 80 hours a week. But you wouldn't be in that position if you didn't have children that early, when you knew that you couldn't afford to have children. But you got caught up in the moment. Getting caught up in the moment will have you living an average lifestyle. Being an average man, bro. I'm an average man right now, bro. But I'm grinding. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to become a top 10% man. Because a top 10% man, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more responsibilities. I'm gonna have a lot more things I have to take care of. But I'm gonna have a lot more finances. I'm gonna have a lot more income. I'm gonna have my fair share in life. I won't have to live paycheck to paycheck. I won't have to struggle to pay bills. Because I'm gonna have a sufficient amount of income. I will be able to have a child because I can afford it. I won't need no type of government assistance because I can afford it. You don't have to rely on nobody. You don't have to depend on nobody. But we have to build our way up from being average to top 20, to top 10, top 15, to top 5, to top 1% in the world. That requires discipline, man. It requires dedication, man. You have to keep going. You have to be ambitious. But most importantly, you have to keep pushing when it gets tough, man, because life is going to get tough, bro. Life is always going to find a way to test you. Life is never just going to just be easy, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to always just be on a steady incline. It's going to be some ups and downs, man. You might have issues going on in your household that might frustrate you. You might have issues in the workplace, you know what I'm saying? Your boss ain't trying to give you no pay raise, and you've been working as hard as you can, but he ain't trying to give you a raise. He not trying to give you no promotion. So you steady making the same income. But eventually you just say, you know what, I'm comfortable like this, man. You know, the biggest thing about my life is I don't never want to be comfortable. Because when I feel like I'm comfortable, I lost my edge. I lost that drive that I once had. I don't ever want to be satisfied in life. I want to be always hungry, man. Like I said, that wolf that's on the bottom of the mountain is always more hungry than the wolf that's already on the top, because the wolf that's on the top, he's already made it. He's already satisfied. It's like when you eat food and you're full, your stomach is full. What do? You get complacent, you get lazy, you get tired. You don't have that hunger. Like when you was hungry, when your stomach is growling, telling you, hey bro, I need to eat. You're more hungry, you're more driven. You're more on a mission of success. You're more on a mission, in this case, to get food, bro. I want to stay hungry, man. And people will reduce that hunger. They would decrease that drive that you once had, bro. People in your circle, fam, they can make you want to start getting comfortable. You start getting lazy. You start getting off your grind. You start getting off your purpose, man. This happened to me, fam. Started getting off my purpose, man. Because the people that in your circle can influence you, or they'll try to encourage you, or they try to shame you, the things that you're doing with your life and what you want to do. They start chirping at your ear, bro. You don't want to be around certain type of energy no more because it's always negative, man. You want to be around positive people. You want to be around people who encourage you to chase your dreams, who encourage you to chase your goals, man, because anything is possible, bro. If there's a will, then there's always a way. And I just come here today, man, to tell you guys to keep going in life, man, because it sucks being an average man, bro. When you're average, there's nothing that's extravagant. There's nothing that's exciting about an average lifestyle. My lifestyle ain't exciting. It's not exciting. You get to maybe travel maybe once out the whole entire year. That ain't exciting, bro. You have to work 24/7. You have to work a whole year just to get what, 2 weeks of vacation off? Are you serious, bro? Yeah, so you come in every single day to a job, bro. You work there for a whole year just to get 2 weeks of vacation. That's a fair trade, right? That's a fair trade, right? Oh my gosh, I get 2 weeks of vacation. Yeah, after you worked X amount of days, over 200 days, over 300 days, whatever the case may be, you get 2 weeks off. You get a 2-week paid vacation. You get PTO. Wow. 40 hours, 80 hours. And people be so happy. They be so content with that, man. I'm not content with that. I'm not happy with that, bro. You slave for the whole entire year to get 2 weeks off. Then you have to slave again. It's all a part of a scheme, man. They pyramid scheme, man. How they treat you, bro. You know, companies say, man, we hire from within. I mean, that might be true to a degree, but you ain't never gonna become the CEO. You ain't gonna become that. You might move up a little bit. You might become a lead or maybe a supervisor, but they don't want you to be the big boss, man. They don't want you calling all the shots. People gonna be jealous, man. They envious, dog. Man, he just got here. He only been here for 3 months. How does he already get a promotion over me, man? People be haters, man. This world is full of haters, man. They hate on another man for doing what makes them happy, bro. But in the whole time, they miserable, bro. That's why they hate on you, because they miserable on the inside. And they see you doing good. They see that you happy, so they gonna hate on you, bro, man. That's life, man. I see this all the time, especially in sports, man. Like, one of my favorite players is Kevin Durant, man. People hate on him. They bash him 24/7. Man, he blah, blah, blah. He going from team to team to team to team. Okay, bro, but if he's happy, then he's happy, bro. Yo, chick is going from dude to dude to dude to dude to dude, bro. But you don't have that same type of energy when she been bouncing from dude to dude. You don't got that same type of energy. And you know you don't, but you hate on the next man because he's successful. But you hate on the next man because he making millions of dollars. You hate on the next man because he's doing great and he doing what he wants to with your life. But you can't do what you want with your life, so you hate on them, man. Man, the world it's gonna always be a bunch of haters, man. You brush them off, man. You act like you don't hear them, bro, because they just gonna keep talking. Because they miserable on the inside, fam. And misery loves company, bro. But if you ain't got no haters, that means you ain't doing something right. If you ain't got no haters, then you ain't popping, bro. But I encourage all of us, man, to go from that next step, bro. I'm tired of being average, man. I'm tired of this. I want to be top tier, man. It's your boy Key, and I'm out, man.